Stephon Marbury. What's that whole thing about?
Well, Stephon currently is employed by the New York Knicks, and because his Stephon Marbury is currently under contract to the New York Knicks, and they are not playing him, although he is one of the better players on their team.
Who's the coach?
Mike D'Antoni is the coach of the New York Knicks. This is his first year as a coach, and he brings a new, exciting system that we haven't seen here in New York. He basically has his team bring the ball up the court in less than 8 seconds, and somebody shooting. Whether it's a three-pointer, whether it's a drive to the hole, or somebody down in the paint. But they tend to move the ball very quickly and try to outshoot you.
You think he's good for that? Like, does that work for them?
It works. It wins games during the regular season. It's exciting. Score a lot of points.
So how does Marbury not fit into that system?
Actually, he would be a perfect person for that system, being that he's one of the quicker guys in the league. He's a bull in the paint. When he drives, he gets to the line, and of course he gets his assists. He'll get 7, 8 assists in that system.
So what's the controversy then? Why don't they just play him?
Controversy is Stephon has always been a headache as a teammate, a headache in the locker room, a malcontent on the court. He's always looking dour, looking upset. He's never played. He's only been in the playoffs maybe 3, 4 times in his career. Hasn't won a playoff series. Usually won. They're in and out. Whatever team he's on, they go to the playoffs, and he's been on a lot of losing teams.
So would you keep him?
Well, his contract is up at the end of the year. That's an asset, meaning that he gets paid. He's the second highest paid player in the league this year. He makes approximately 21.8 million. His contract being that it's up, you would want to play him, and his with his money being freed up, you can sign one of the better free agents in the league at the end of the year.
So you would trade him?
People don't want that contract. They would want the Knicks to pay a big portion of that, which the Knicks being the Knicks, they don't really want to do that. They're always fighting against the salary cap. So him playing this year would actually be better for them. If he played, you play him and his contract's up, he can leave. And he probably him being in he's just turned like 30, 31 years old. Probably be his last contract, so he wouldn't get as much money as he's getting now on his next contract.
So either way, basically, what you're saying is the only thing that's keeping him on the Knicks is his contract. The honeymoon's over.
The honeymoon is over. If you don't need the guy, you don't want the guy, let him go. Trade him. Although it's hard to find anybody that's gonna right now since the season started. Nobody wants to take that contract on. If they do, people will take it as a salary move. So at the end of the year, his salary is gone. It frees up money.
So if the contract runs out at the end of the year, what happens? Like in other words, if he has a contract with the Knicks and the contract ends, what happens with him? What happens with the Knicks, money wise?
Money wise, that's 22 million walking off your salary cap. Him also, rephrase the question again.
Well, what I'm trying to figure out is how is the next team affected by his contract once it runs out?
He'll be a free agent. He can sign with any team in the league. People probably more than likely won't be giving him 22 million a year. And he's one of the better players in the league. It's just he's not a winner though. He's not. He doesn't make the team better. Due to his mental capabilities.
So they can't even trade him. Like they can't trade him and get some good players for him because of his contract.
People don't want to take the risk. Maybe in the middle of the season, a team trying to get to the playoffs or trying to get over the hump before the trade deadline is in February might take a flyer on him. Maybe Steph really wants to win, so we'll take a gamble on him and we'll sign him now. And it's partly it's his fault for him not being a team player, not being a leader.
But to keep it real, what would you do?
If I was the owner and I didn't want him anymore, and it's I can't do anything with him, well, let the dude go. It makes no sense for me. Already he hasn't played this season, so they've already shelled out $1 million, almost $2 million, of him sitting in street clothes.
He hasn't played?
He hasn't played this year, as of yet. The Knicks have played about 10 games already. The season is almost 3 weeks old. So, you got a guy sitting there, when he plays, 20 points, 7-8 assists, 1.5 steals a night. He'll get you 78% from the free throw line. He shoots 45% from the field. He's a good 3-point shooter. The skills are there. It's just the makeup in the head.
Well, let's say you can't trade him and he has to stay on the team. What would you do?
Since he's better than what I have, I would definitely play him. That's the smart thing to do.
Well, how would you deal with the attitude?
I would sit him down. Look, man, this is the last year of your contract. You gotta be a good soldier, which he has. In the preseason, he didn't mind coming off the bench, which they thought would be a problem. He adjusted to that, and when he played during the because they played him during the preseason, he did his thing. And he's so far, in tribute to him, he hasn't been the person who's been the head case. The ownership and coaching and management, they didn't want a spectacle, but in not playing him, they still made a spectacle of themselves.
So it's really their fault. What's going on now?
What's going on now is their fault. And the Knicks are a storied franchise. New York should always have a winner. We should always be competing. We haven't competed. We haven't been a title team since Ewing was injured and got hurt back in 99, 2000. So now it's 8 years. We sniffed the playoffs 1 year, and prior to that, it's been 23 wins, 25 wins. So this is Mark. This is Big Mac 611 in the paint, talking on Stephon Marbury. The voice you hear in the background is my boy Halipsism. So I'm gonna be bringing it to you raw, direct effect, talking on sports. This New York Knicks is my favorite team. I bleed blue and orange, and what they doing right now is the D'Antoni system is gonna be exciting. Gonna win a lot of games during the season, but the man doesn't coach defense. Defense wins games. Look at the Celtics. Peace out, y'all.